Oh, it is going. All right. What's up, guys?
And we're okay.
All right, you ready? And action. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Southern Roots podcast. It's Georgia Bama week.
Yes,
We're gonna get into that.
I really don't have no nails.
Yeah,
My nails are gone.
I've done pretty good with it so far.
Here's the button, and I'm pressing it.
He's not pushing it yet. He's not. He's tripping out. Anyways, before we get into all this stuff, college football wise, also we went on a scouting trip this weekend, so we got to talk about, or this past weekend, we got to talk about that. And that's a story in it.
We also did a TikTok that I thought would do really, really good. Yeah, y'all should be going, and it hasn't really done anything. And everybody I've asked about it or I have shown died laughing. Yeah. Mom watched it twice. Yeah. And laughed the whole time.
Who did?
Mom.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, okay, yeah.
Dad got a kick out of some of that. You can.
Well, speaking of the social medias,
Yeah.
we have a Facebook page, a YouTube channel, Instagram, and a TikTok. Y'all go check out the TikTok. It's, I think, one of our better ones.
It's just
Y'all
to
got-
me one of our funnier ones.
Yeah, for sure. So, we kind of got to roast each other, all of us. So,
That was fun.
you know,
I don't know. It was a whole lot harder to keep it
Family friendly.
family friendly.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all go follow it. Everything is at The Southern Roots. Y'all go give us a follow, share with a friend, comment, give us some interaction.
Yeah, it doesn't have great views on it right now. Food one's still doing all right.
I swear I'm never doing that again.
Dude, like you were saying about that one.
I do have an idea. Write down. I don't have a pen. I do have a pen. I need to tell you my idea after we get done with this.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, since we're on the topic of TikTok, and that we made a TikTok in the woods while we were, it's pretty much our last sit of the day, or really technically our only sit of the day. As far as just
Like actually sitting down somewhere and
sitting
waiting.
down and waiting to see something come around. We did a ton of scouting and a ton.
We did a ton of walking.
Yeah, we did a lot of walking.
We did a fair amount of scouting, but we did a lot of walking.
Early. We walked early.
Yeah.
So we went all the way back into. Well, I won't give like specific areas because I do know that there are certain people that listen to the podcast that do go to that area, and this is gonna sound mean, but we put
They can
time
go there all they want.
Yeah. Yeah. But we put time and effort into this. I like to keep hunting spots for people who actually put the time in to go find the hunting spots. You know what I mean? Not that that's, I mean, I don't know. It's just, anyways. But we were a hot minute from where the campground was, which is where we all met. We all parked our trucks, got on the buggy with Seth, and we took out. We got all the way to the one spot where pretty much there was a tree over the road or something.
Yeah.
Which.
So this is actually all Andy's fault.
No.
If I didn't have to put it in the verse, it would've been good.
No. I will take blame for partial of stuff, but it's my fault. Or I will take, what is it when it's good when you take, it's not fault, but like take credit. There you go. I will take credit for making it back as far as we did. Because if I would have done what I was actually supposed to do, we would have kept going further away and not turned around when we did. But we get a pretty good ways back. I have to turn around because they asked me to bring a chainsaw, and if you've been around the podcast for any amount of time, you know that I run a tree company, so I have a chainsaw. So it was my job to bring one, and I left it at the house. Anyways, we get all that.
I literally told Seth on the way there, bet you Andy forgets the chainsaw.
Yeah, he did.
I 100% did. I didn't even.
Yeah, we figured because when you called us and we were leaving, like, God dang, he ain't already like going yet, bro.
Yeah, we were supposed to meet there at what 8:30, 8:30.
8:30.
We were supposed to meet at 8:30. I woke up at 7:00. It's an hour away, and I text them at probably right at 7 or just after 7. Asked if they were awake. If they didn't text me back within 10 minutes, I was going back to sleep. And they text me back pretty quick. So
I text you back immediately.
Yeah, I had already made it to the shop, re-up my license and everything. Like,
yeah. So yeah, I forgot this all. So we turned around, and as soon as well, I'll let Seth tell the rest of it. He was driving the actual thing. He knows how it was all. I was just sitting in the back.
Well, it made a weird noise when we had to go turn around. I kind of came to went in the ditch area, and it made like a popping noise in the front end. But it's old buggy. Stuff just happens. Yeah. And then I went in reverse. It kind of felt weird, but it was in the ditch, maybe an incline. I was like, whatever. And then I went to go forward, and it didn't want to go nowhere. And I just got done replacing the bearing on the front end, so I was like, maybe another bearing or the same bearing just went out or something. It's like binding or something. But it really didn't look like the bearing was. It looked like the bearing was fine. The tire wasn't slanted or nothing. It was just, I don't know. So I just put it in low and full drive, and we started rolling very slow. 5-10 mile an hour max?
Me, what it felt like is almost like if you're, whenever you bump up to a log to go over it.
Yeah.
It felt and sounded like the buggy was doing that the entire time.
Yeah. It felt like I was holding the brake down.
Yeah.
And
it just had major resistance.
Yeah, bad. And we are way back up in there. And you can't get the truck back there. Let's just put it there.
No.
Especially with a trailer. So I was like, well, I'm gonna have to just limp it back as far as she'll go, really. And so we get it through everything slowly but surely, and get it back on decent ground where the truck can get to. And we actually got it back to where we seen a pretty nice buck that was on the road when we were on the way out there.
Yeah.
And I look at Shane about 2 minutes before, and I said, this ain't got much longer because this was starting to get more resistance, it was starting to get rougher and rougher.
It was making a weirder noise.
Yeah, and I was like, this thing's about to. So I already been cheating it. I'm halfway on the road, halfway out the road. Because when it breaks, I want to big it where people can get around. And yeah, literally, I don't know if it was 2 minutes.
No,
but
I think it was like 20 seconds.
It was like 50 yards.
Yeah,
and
it's quick.
It like, I don't know, it's like a knocking. I don't know. It was like a popping. There we go. It was more like a popping noise in the front end. And I just looked over, and Shane looked at me. And I just hit the brakes and just stopped it. And we walked, was it 3 miles?
No, it was 2.3 is what it was.
Oh, 2.3. Okay, so 2.5 miles back.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been quite that long if we wouldn't have walked half a mile for no reason, because we walked about a quarter mile. And then we realized, hey, we forgot
nobody has the keys
to any truck.
Yeah.
They're all in the glove box of the Ranger.
Yeah.
So we had to walk a quarter mile back to the Ranger. So, yeah.
And just
so before we even started our actual walk, we were already a half a mile in.
Yeah. And before, we tracked it on Onyx. So, it's not just a guesstimate of how far we walk. This is legit distances based on
which we did
0.3 miles.
We did figure out that our guesstimates on how far we have walked is pretty dang accurate.
Yeah,
Because we did, what was it, 2 or 3 different over-unders?
Yeah.
And so I set the first line at 1.5 miles.
No, it was 1.25.
Oh, was it 1.25?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It was 1.25. And everybody had to guess if we had walked over or under that. And everybody made their guess. Andy pulled it up, and it was 1.25 miles on the
it was on the nose, like
on the
perfect.
nose.
Yeah. Kind of wild.
And then what was your line, Andy? The 2 mile?
No, it was.
Or the
What was it? It was the time.
Had to be
It was how long we had been walking, and it was like 5 or 6 minutes or something like that. I think it was something. It wasn't the distance. I don't remember what it was.
I don't know neither.
But it was, mine was like within, the line I gave was like within, I mean, like 5 or 6 like whatever it was on each side.
Yeah.
Like it was close. So our guesstimates on the stuff seems to be pretty.
And then even at the end, you looked at how far we walked and then set a line at 2.5 miles.
Yeah.
And I think it ended up being 2.37 or something like that.
Yeah.
We all
We all set under the 2.5.
Yeah, and it wasn't even, they were just like, I think it's just under that.
Yeah, we're like, it's barely under.
It's going to be close, but it's just under 2.5. And it was, I mean, it was really close. So I think we have vouched for ourselves on that.
We've done a lot of walking out in Tuckahoe.
Yeah, we have. I think that we finally got in the truck. I had 12. Bro, there's a palmetto bug. That freaked me out. You see that?
I do see that.
Where's my...
It's behind your mic. Yeah.
I saw it moving in the middle of my sentence. It just started, something come across the wall. I was like, what the heck? I got to kill that. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I can't hear you, Doug.
Oh.
The thing just started flying.
He's still trying to kill it. He's done like 4 times. Oh, he's moving like wall decor.
Yeah, he is.
This is such bad radio, and we're not good play-by-play.
No, we're terrible. Play-by-play. We're used to watching.
Yeah, it's that Joker. Ooh,
You good?
Yeah, I got him. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry. I probably should have used something that was a little bit more sturdy. But I think my brother-in-law left it's a shoe, like insole insert or whatever it is. So I was holding it, and when I went to swing, that Joker just went. It didn't have the sturdiness that I wanted. It went
what? It went limp.
Yeah.
It just went limp.
Oh my gosh. What were we talking about?
Anyways, how many miles we walked?
Oh, my Apple Watch said I had walked like, I think it was like 12.4 or 12.6 thousand steps Saturday.
Yeah, by the end of the day, I had just under 15,000.
I wanted to check when I went to bed, but I remembered, and it was like 12:01, so it started over, and I didn't know how to find it.
Yeah.
You can go. I have to tell you.
I gotcha.
No need to go on over on the podcast.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was our we did kill a couple squirrels. We did
encounter a pig.
We actually saw a lot of game.
We did.
Yeah, we seen 3 deer.
Yeah, we seen a buck, 2 does, pig, and several squirrels.
Yeah.
Yep.
So That's good signs.
We actually had a decent opportunity at a pig. So we were walking down a little creek bed and had a doe blow at us. We watched it run off. And 3-4 minutes later, another 150 yards in front of us, was when we heard those pigs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we all kind of stopped. Weren't sure really how to go about, like, 'cause they were in a thicket. You could hear them just on the other side of the thicket. And so we weren't sure if we needed to wait it out or try to go around. Andy ended up trying to go around. Did you get eyes on them then, or you just saw the bushes on your phone take off?
I saw the vines and bushes and stuff move. Yeah, when they took off, I didn't actually.
And it was 100% a pig, because we heard them doing the squilling and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we knew for a fact it was pigs. So when they took off, we went down into the actual creek bed because there's basically no water in it all
What
the
is your
time.
dog doing?
Huh?
What is your?
Rude. What are you doing?
That mug just had his legs stuck up straight in the air, like froze.
Oh, it's season out.
I'm telling you, that dude sleeps in the weirdest positions sometimes.
My bad. Sorry. It just. Anyways, back to the pigs.
So we actually walked down into the creek bed to walk quietly to try to come in on him. And it didn't take me long walking in the creek bed to realize there's a 0% chance that all 4 of us are going to be able to sneak up on this pig. We have some fairly loud walkers with us.
Yeah, we do. 2 in particular.
Yeah. One is really, really bad.
Yeah, one.
The other one has to be constantly reminded. As long as
Like
you
a child.
constantly remind him, he's good. But then it's like he gets sidetracked and forgets they're supposed to be quiet.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yes, 100%.
I don't think so.
As long as they remind you, you did good once we were in the creek bed for sure. But you knew we had to be quiet. But like when we're just normally walking.
Yeah. He sounds like a herd of pigs by himself.
Yeah. And so I stopped. It's like, all right, look, the only chance that this is happening is if we split up, one shooter and the camera guy. And so me, Andy, and Robbie played rock, paper, scissors to see who got to go on walk. And it ended up being Andy. And I guess I just sat in the creek bed at that point and let y'all's thing.
So yeah, once we rock, paper, scissors, me and Seth start making our way further down the creek bed, and you can still hear them kind of up to our left. So, I mean, kind of once we got to a certain point in the creek bed, it sounded like they were literally like we take a left turn, a 90-degree left turn, and walk straight, and we'd run right into them.
They're probably 100 yards away.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So I was like, you just want to go up right here. We talked about it, and so we started moving up into like off the creek bed to go into the thicker area where they were at. And we were moving real slow, real quiet.
Yeah.
Like a ninja through the woods. Wow, I expected a reaction out of both of y'all for that. But we're moving slow, obviously, and the wind starts picking up, and you can hear the trees blowing and the leaves and all. It starts to get a little bit louder in the woods. Seth is like, hey, while the wind's moving, go, get up on 'em.
Pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah.
You can see we can get close. Yep.
So I moved, we obviously you don't just.
Was it in y'all's face?
Yes, at that point it
Was it the face?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
You won't really have no control over it in that situation, but I just wasn't sure if it was in y'all's face or not.
Yeah. But we start moving pretty well. And I think the reason that we stopped, the wind was still going. I stopped because I run into a spider web, which apparently all the spider webs out there are like set at 5'10", because these suckers walked under all of them, and it seemed like every one of them hit me in the face. Like, I would take the exact same path they did, and it'd still get me. But that's besides the point. So I run into a spider web, which was nothing uncommon for that day. So I stopped and, like, go back a little bit, as one's natural reaction to walking into a spider web would be. And Seth's like, there he is right there. And he was behind, like, I couldn't see exactly where he was at, where the pig was at. It was behind a tree from where I was. And then it moved a little bit, and then I could see it. And it was probably
20, 30
yards. Yeah. And then I guess it seen us or sensed us or whatever, and it kind of scurried off probably another 10, 15 yards maybe. Not very far. And it sounded like it stopped, and we could still see it. And I don't remember if I did. I don't think I did. I don't even think I looked at it through the scope, because one, it was going away from us, so we're shooting it in the butt. Heart shot. Do what?
Not with that small of a caliber.
Yeah.
The Texas heart shot.
Yeah. Not with you got to be very precise with the guns we were using.
It's where you need the 22 mag for the penetration.
Yeah, that's true. If we would have had that, would have been good.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways.
Easily, bro. It's not even a question.
I didn't, there was no sense in trying to take a shot on it at that point. And then it sounded kind of like it went down into the creek bed, and like I thought, I don't know about Seth, but I could have swore I heard water splash a little bit. So we kind of went to the creek bed, back to the creek bed, because what happened is where we were at, we started like here, got out of the creek bed and went across, and the creek bed kept going around like a big U. So if we'd have walked straight, we would have walked to the other side, like same creek, but kind of like across like a little peninsula type thing. So we go to there, and we're looking to see the water's got like a film or like some type of, if you've seen still water,
you know it ain't been touched.
Yeah, you can tell that the water hasn't been messed with, and we couldn't find anywhere that it looked like a pig or anything had touched any of that water. So we could never, and at that point it was gone. We didn't know where it went. So we started making, at that point we had thought it had been 20, 30 minutes or so. We get back over, start making our way back over to Shane and Robbie, and it was probably 15 minutes. It seemed like it was forever.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot longer.
But
yeah,
so we was unable to actually get a shot on it. There's no sense in taking, like I said, there's no sense in taking a stupid shot, especially with that caliber of gun. You have to be very precise of where you shoot a pig with that size caliber. So rather, we don't want to, the idea is if you kill something, to harvest it. So if you can't make a good clean shot on it,
we're not taking it.
Yeah, best to not do it. So after that, we went back to the buggy and then went around, and then that's actually where on the far other side of that is a massive section of woods. We ended up sitting right there and making the TikTok that we were talking about at the beginning of the podcast that y'all all need to go listen to, because it was really funny, and watch it all the way through.
Yeah.
Because the best parts are the end.
Yeah.
The very last part is the best one.
Yeah.
We'll just say, if you haven't listened to it, someone may take it too far. And we'll let y'all...
I still don't think so, but I guess I was outnumbered on that.
Maybe. So, but anyways, that was our Saturday. It started off.
I didn't get back home until I left my house at 6:30. I was up at 5:30, left the house at 6:30, 6:20, something like that. I pulled back in my driveway a little after 9.
Oh wow, y'all got back late.
Yeah, I mean, I woke up at 5, left the house at 6. Got at the shop a little after 7. And then, yeah, I didn't get back till, I have no idea. If you got back at 9, you went straight home?
Yeah, you had to get back about 20, 30 minutes after me.
Yeah.
Ah, dog, how did y'all? We left at 6:30.
I have an hour drive to mom and dad's, an hour drive.
Yeah, then I had to put everything in my car. Had to get the kids.
My car, because I left the buggy at the shop.
Oh
yeah. Had to get the kids, get their stuff out of mom and dad's house.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh my crack. No, I can't quit yawning. Yeah, I was home in time for the kickoff of Tennessee, Oklahoma.
I was not.
Yeah.
Even close.
Yeah. I watched pretty much that entire game.
I watched it. It may have been
already over.
Maybe about 8:30.
Not over.
Between 8:30 and 9.
The game was already out of hand, kind of.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. That Tennessee Oklahoma game, for a while there, it was like, I don't want to win the game. You win the game. No, I don't want to win the game. You win the game. Like, I've never in my life seen the amount of turnover and then the very next play, another turnover.
I did hear that Tennessee,
where somebody went back to back to back turnovers. I can't remember what team it was.
From this year?
It wasn't Tennessee, Oklahoma.
I mean, no joke. Like,
I did hear about that.
Tennessee fumbled like
back to back plays. These were all 3 of them were interceptions.
Could you imagine that?
That's one team had the interception. They went on the field. I want to say it was the Auburn game.
Auburn.
I heard that was an ugly game too. The Auburn Arkansas game.
I think it was that game. I think Arkansas picked Auburn off. Then
we obviously didn't watch a whole lot of college football this week.
No, we didn't.
Arkansas went out there, threw a pick, and then Auburn went back out there and threw a pick. I believe that's how that went.
That's hilarious.
I think it was the Auburn-Arkansas game.
I don't doubt it.
3 back-to-back plays, 3 turnovers.
It's like every time Oklahoma got a turnover, they gave it back. I mean, like, within
immediately.
Like, yeah, the very first offensive play. I mean, they had a turnover. Tennessee turned the ball over on Oklahoma's like
in the red zone, I think.
Like, it was like the 8-yard line. Like, it was deep. Like, it was, I mean, like, I think it was 1st and goal. No joke. It had to have been. And
I don't know.
They literally, the next play, their first and goal, turned the ball over right back to them. I'm like, what are these crackheads doing?
I do remember texting y'all during that game. I was so tired. I don't really remember much of that game. I do remember texting y'all during that game and saying that as it sits right now, Tennessee's defense scares me more than their offense.
Tennessee's defense.
I also think that Tennessee pulled their offense back a little bit.
Yeah. But I'm like, Tennessee's, like, everybody talks about Tennessee's offense. Their defense is legit, man.
Yeah, it's really good.
They got some old guys on it too.
Yeah.
They got some older guys on their unit, which seems to be a trend this year for a lot of teams that I keep up with anyways. Like, obviously most of your SEC teams, like, that we've played. Kentucky's got an older team. Tennessee's got an older defense. Somebody else. Our defense is kind of old, honestly. We've got some young guys, but we've also got some guys who've been there.
I think we got some guys that played a lot of football, but still. It's like 50-50 on our.
Yeah, it's more 50-50.
I gotcha.
And please,
Ole Miss has got an old
Ole
team.
Miss got on both sides of the ball. They just got an old team, period.
yeah, they do.
Freaking Dart's been there for 17 years, it seems like. Ain't that his last name? Dart?
Yeah.
By the way,
There's another quarterback. I can't remember.
R.I.P. Georgia Southern, brother. Y'all got smoked, son.
Not
What was that song?
I'm not gonna lie.
At one point, it was like, I don't remember the score, but
50-something to 10, I think.
yeah, I say at one point it was like 20-7 or something like that.
I'm not gonna lie. I think he said on the podcast that they're gonna go hang 70 on Georgia Southern.
At one point, it was 0-0.
True. And then the game started. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a perfect storm for Ole Miss, man. First year, 12-team playoff, and Ole Miss has the kind of team that Ole Miss looks forward to, because Ole Miss is never going to be a powerhouse.
Consistently.
Not consistently. They have to wait until they get those 4th and 5th year guys in there. So you're going to get a really good Ole Miss team every, 4 to 6 years.
Yeah.
You'll get a really good Ole Miss team, and everything's like they have a cake schedule, and I mean cake. They got a bunch of 4th and 5th year guys, and it's a 12-team playoff. Like, of all the times for Ole Miss to do something, this is definitely the year. I don't think they do. I mean, they're going to make a little bit of a run, but this is literally, it's a perfect storm at Ole Miss right now.
Yeah. Which we did not.
Who's Ole Miss besides us? Do y'all know Ole Miss's hardest game?
I can pull it up.
I'm looking it up right now. I didn't know.
Is it not? I think
No.
they play Alabama, don't they? No, they don't play
No.
Alabama.
They don't play.
LSU. That would be the only.
Yeah,
My rankings wise, they play LSU, Oklahoma, and Georgia.
Yeah, so they play Kentucky this week, which is going to play them a little tough, but they'll probably end up running away with that.
Is it home or away?
Home.
South Carolina, which will play them a little tough, they'll end up running away with that.
Especially at
LSU, Oklahoma.
the LSU
Georgia.
games at Tiger Stadium.
Did you see where the somebody was like, bro, what are we doing playing at 2:30 in Baton Rouge? Like,
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
and it's like, I swear, every time LSU plays at home, they play at 7:30. The Jokers have more night games than I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they do.
Sorry.
Is that insane?
Yeah, they have a cake schedule. I mean, really, they do. Which, I'll be honest with you, we haven't seen. I mean, Ole Miss so far played Furman, Middle Tennessee, Wake Forest, and Georgia Southern.
They haven't played a defense yet. And they haven't played a team with a
They
great
haven't played an offense yet either.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, like,
No,
Georgia Southern, they
this
have
is
a good
not- this
offense
is-
for their caliber of competition. But
Yeah.
Georgia Southern's offense is just not gonna stack up.
And this is not me saying that Ole Miss's offense is not good. Ole Miss is a good football team.
Yeah,
We just haven't seen Ole Miss yet. Like, we don't know what they're going to do against
Kentucky has
legitimate teams.
defense.
Kentucky's got a good defense. We're going to see more about their offense this week than we have previously, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, their defense, Kentucky's defense, offense just, unless Brock Vandegrift ends up turning it up, but their offense is underwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is it hard to believe that we're already a quarter way through the college football season?
It's like this every year, man.
Kentucky played Miami of Ohio and beat them 41-6.
Which they got
Saturday.
they have tough defenses back to back. Ole Miss does, because South Carolina's defense, they have one of the best edge rushers in college football, and he's a freaking freshman.
True freshman.
I want to talk about Vandy taking double
overtime, and then had a chance to tie it again and just muffed the kick.
That is insane. Props to Vandy, bro.
Yeah, Vandy's back in old Vandy fashion where they try to ruin somebody's season.
Oh, they like this, they gonna.
Which I'm not gonna lie, that's 2 weeks in a row that Missouri has
Not
Thrown it away.
has
That's what I'm hoping Jordan.
not. Yeah, we can't do it this week.
No.
No,
Brother, if we play like we did against Kentucky, I'm gonna let you know we lose by 3 touchdowns minimum.
Yeah,
Bama by 50.
We get if we play like we did against Kentucky, we're getting blown out.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, we're going like we don't even belong on the field with them.
but yeah, Vandy's been kind of.
Which I'm not gonna lie now, Missouri don't have no cakewalk of a schedule. They're off this week. Gotta go to Texas A&M. They gotta go to Bama.
I don't think going to Texas A&M is all that.
I don't think it's as much. Yeah, no, I agree. But like a 12 o'clock, a noon game against Missouri would be one that they would win. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as their big time matchups, seem like they always lose. But they got Oklahoma,
Which is crazy.
South Carolina. I feel like South Carolina's going to.
saying. Jimbo Fisher was terrible.
Yeah, and I thought that was going to be a good hire.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And I think South Carolina's going to play everybody close, man. Their defense is going to keep them in games.
Yeah.
They have a tough little stretch.
I'm here to tell you, though, if they have to start Ashford or whatever his name is, they're chalk, buddy. That dude's
You know he had the
awful.
highest. You know he had the highest QBR in SEC this week.
Well, Miro didn't play and Carson didn't play either.
That's kind
I
of
get-
crazy because
But I get that.
he's
Started.
Yeah, it was, and it wasn't by much.
That's wild, brother.
Let's see
He's
his-
trash.
Yeah, he's bad.
Like, he's so not good. I mean, I can't say much. I'm friggin' 29 and Washington
If the stat I read was correct, yeah, he had the best QBR in the SEC this week.
That's
How do I fact check that? Was this week 4?
No idea.
Yeah, week 4. I would pull my stuff up, but it's probably gonna pop up on this screen, and I'll have to move it over, which I guess I can.
Trying to find it. Y'all talk about something. I'll try to find it.
Auburn looked like trash.
Did they?
What I heard. I mean, Arkansas is not the best team, not a great team at least, and they got beat by 10 points. And
That was at home too.
that's the game Shane's talking about that he thinks happened. Turnover.
Oh yeah, back to back to back. That is insane to me. Like, as
I
a
think that was that game.
as
I
a
really do.
Well, it's I'm looking at the stats. Arkansas has quarterback threw 2 interceptions, and Auburn's quarterback threw 1 interception. So if it all happens
Well.
together,
Go to the play-by-play thing and see if you see it.
the I was about to say something. I forgot what it was.
was it early in the game? Do you have any idea?
That I don't know. And I can't find the.
You can't. Why my whole camera's
Let's field
stuck out.
goal.
The
And
Who did South Carolina play again?
Did Florida win? Dude, I have not caught up on any of my football stuff.
Yep, you're right, Shane. Interception. Auburn throws an interception. The Razorbacks throw an interception. And
All in back-to-back.
Auburn throws an interception.
That's insane.
That is insane. Holy cow.
Let's see here.
I can't find this the stat. I wish I knew where to find all these stats at, dude.
I know, man. I swear. And the bad thing is, they're somewhere because people have them, and I know they ain't doing it by themselves.
Yeah.
Now, I will say they play.
Oh my God, bro! Mississippi State.
They played Akron.
Mississippi State's got to be trash, like absolute trash.
Oh, yeah. I see why you're saying that.
45-28 against Florida, bro.
Good grief, no defense, dog.
No, 60 points, almost 70 points. That is over 70 points.
That's over 70.
That's wild.
Yeah, Surrounding Astros QBR was 145 against Akron, which is, I mean, Jerry threw for 243 yards, 2 touchdowns. He has 15 of 21. There's 71% completion percentage.
That's not.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking, I mean, against Akron, but he's still bad.
He is bad. But
When I saw that,
I just pulled a. I thought. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
when I saw that stat, it just threw me off.
Yeah, that is insane because he is a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really paid attention to Mississippi State at all.
Oh, dude, they're bad.
They've got to be so bad.
Yeah, they're bad.
That's probably going to be Georgia's night game this year.
I thought it was already scanned. Nope, said to be determined. Probably watch. You're right. And we're gonna play Tennessee at 3:30 instead of 7:30.
Yeah.
That's trash.
I'm going to be so upset about that.
No,
We could get just a bunch of 7:30 games. Everybody else gets them.
right. Georgia don't get that.
Georgia does not get them.
We only get it's
And
like
that's-
every
that's-
road game we play is that
Every road game we play is going to be at night because right now, we're everybody's big game. Like Bama still deals with it. Texas, if they stay doing good, they're going to deal with it. So, yeah, when you go on the raid, typically they're going to do everything they can to get you at night.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. I just would. Yeah. Yeah. But me and Seth talked about this yesterday on the phone. We went and looked at the Georgia-Tennessee game. They play on, what was it, November 16th, Seth?
Yes, sir.
We went and looked at the entire college football slate for November 16th.
Yeah.
There is zero reason
For us to
that game is not at 7:30. Zero reason.
Yeah, that's right.
There's like,
We need to see if we can get tickets to that game. That's right.
dude, I already looked.
That's probably
When I looked 2 weeks ago or whatever, the cheapest tickets I saw were like $370.
and that's probably way up there.
Which is fine because I've watched the games up there at Sanford Stadium.
Yeah.
You see just fine.
Do you?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, in fact, I almost prefer that because you get a breeze versus being lower where you're just fine and you can get more people in your way than you can the higher up you go.
True.
You see their numbers just fine and everything.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's tough, brother. $300 ain't no joke, though.
No, I knew it was going to be expensive, but I was like, I'm going to look just in case. Just in case.
Yeah, smooth $150, $200. We might talk about something.
If I would have found a ticket for under $200, I probably would have jumped on it.
That's crazy.
But seriously, the cheapest ticket I thought was like $370.
Why? My thing is, these what am I clicking on? These jerkers, why are tickets for stuff so dang expensive?
You got to pay for facilities, brother.
These facilities,
bro.
Yeah, I get that. The people pay for it.
Supply and demand, Bubba. They ain't selling tickets.
That, and you got to pay for facilities, man. Now you got to pay for players and all that stuff too. Like,
I get it, but good God, brother. That's expensive. What happened to a $25 general admission ticket?
student.
Cow.
You got to pay darn coaches.
Yeah, student.
I mean, there's so much.
Coaches, man. I'll be honest with you. As long as Georgia's still selling them out, that's fine. Sell them for $400 or $500. I don't care. I'm not going unless I can get a good deal on a ticket. I'm perfectly fine watching it on my couch.
Yeah, I see.
Let everybody else pay those salaries.
Yeah, I see it perfectly fine from where I'm at.
Yeah,
I just want to go to a.
I want to go to a big time night game and just to say I've done it.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
The closest we came was, what time was that kickoff for Vanderbilt, Seth?
That had to be, I'm about to say.
Yeah,
it was like 4 something. Because like in the fourth quarter, it was getting dark.
Yeah.
And like as the game ended,
Yeah.
it was like the sun had just set.
Yep.
So we got to see a little bit of the lights and all that stuff, but nothing crazy. And of course, the game was over by that time.
Yeah.
But they showed highlights of like the Auburn game, the Notre Dame game, and all that stuff on the Jumbotron at night. I think some Tennessee games back in the day at night.
Yeah.
And this is before all the lights. This is before, Georgia hadn't won a national championship at that point.
Yeah.
In 30 plus years. And that place was insane. Like, yeah. Like you could tell from the audio on the Jumbotron that it was crazy.
Yeah. I could imagine.
So I could only imagine like a big time football game that comes down to like the last possession in a packed out stadium like that. Really, any stadium.
Yeah. For sure.
Also, me and Seth talked about this the other day. It was funny. I brought it up to Seth, and he's like, "I've been thinking the same thing. I found my second favorite college football team, and I'm sticking with them. This is my second favorite team. It's Nebraska.
Yeah.
Nebraska's my number 2 team.
Wow.
I like Nebraska.
Yeah. For one, Nebraska has some of the best hunting in the country.
Okay, that has nothing
For everything. Well, and the way I look at it is I have to like the state in order to like them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't root for an LA team.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's part of it. And then they have some of the most loyal fans they probably have the most loyal fans in the country.
They're Cornhuskers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Dopest name
really
ever.
Dopest name, Cornhuskers, bro.
What? It fits Nebraska too.
I think
their coach is cool.
Everywhere, like like it's a.
And they're like, they used to be good. And then they were terrible for a long time, and they still sell out every single home game. Every home game.
Yeah, they have the record
wild,
for
bro.
how many home games sold out.
Consecutive.
And counting.
Yeah, it's still going up. And everything about Nebraska, because I've been looking for like a solid second team, like going back and forth between Florida State, LSU, A&M, the Longhorns, like all those teams is my second. I'm settling on Nebraska. Nebraska's my number 2 team.
Well, okay. That's what you want.
I just want to go ahead and get that out there before they get really good. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're just a bandwagon fan." Nope, making a declaration.
So you just like that Patrick Mahomes lookalike.
No, I actually don't really care for him.
Dude,
I do think he's good.
Yeah, he is good. I was telling Seth something about, I seen something the other day where the what is it, stigma, I guess, around him being like Patrick Mahomes is getting weirder because somebody found a picture of him. Like, apparently he's got a brother, like a little brother, and he looks
an older brother.
Is he older?
I thought so.
I don't know. Well, he's got a brother, and he looks.
He did.
He looks just like Patrick Mahomes.
In that one picture, he did look just like.
Yeah, but he doesn't
act Jackson Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one picture.
And the guy's like, Patrick Mahomes' dad got some explaining to do.
Yeah. This man got 4 kids.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That Dylan Raw, I think he's really good. He is kind of annoying though. He reminds me a lot of Caleb Williams, like as far as like the way he carries himself.
Yeah.
I got you.
And the way Caleb Williams carried himself was, and the way he still does carry himself. Like, I mean, dude thinks he walks on water.
Yeah, he does.
Damn.
I guess we need to get into these picks, and then we can talk about the Georgia game.
Oh, one more thing. Just to let you know, so liking the Cornhuskers and it being a really good place to hunt, go ahead and knock 2 birds out with 1 stone. Go watch a Nebraska football game and hunt in Nebraska. It's all during the same season.
Yeah, bro. It would be sweet.
Like, that would be...
That's a bucket list thing.
That would be an awesome trip.
That's like a weekend, like a bucket list weekend trip.
I think you just make a week out of it.
Yeah, just make a week.
Get there on Friday, watch Cornhuskers play on Saturday, and then hunt that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Go home on Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
Sounds like a winner to me.
Just like that, he's a Nebraska fan.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go for sure. I'm always down to go do stuff, but y'all know me. But
And their environment over there is cool too. Like as far as how their fans react to everything.
really,
Yeah, you have to watch Nebraska, and you kind of see what we're talking about. Like they've sucked forever, and their fans, you would think they're still.
that is last year.
Yeah, you would think that they were like a really good football team.
Gotcha,
Respect.
for sure. Oh, I have not done my picks.
I haven't either.
What?
Nope, I'm gonna do them live.
I'm gonna do mine live.
Y'all gonna see my process live, and then we got to go over what we think. So we got to hurry up.
Yeah, we do.
We got to burn through these picks. We got to go over how we think the Georgia game's gonna go, and what our biggest concerns are, and how Georgia wins.
All right, so we'll just go real quick. Last week, we'll go. What would the record?
We all sucked last week.
Yeah, I went 4-6.
I would even go, just go over the records.
I went 3-7.
I think I went 4-6.
Yeah, you did.
That's a tough week.
So me and Seth are back tied for first place.
Yes.
Right.
And you should be what, like 2 games behind Andy? He gained a game?
Still 3 games back.
3 games.
I'm at 19. Y'all are at 22. That is 3 games back. Yes. That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this week's, we will not talk about one because it is, again, we are doing a game of the week.
Which is Georgia-Bama.
Georgia-Bama. So that is one of the picks. We will not talk about that on this podcast. Just like the rest of the weeks that have had the pick 'em. I think every one of them's been a pick 'em at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we try to pick the biggest game we can.
Yeah.
So it's going to be probably a pick.
But we've got, first we got Oklahoma State Cowboys, Kansas City, or not Kansas City, Jesus.
All right, so we got
Kansas State.
Kansas State is a 4.5-point favorite. Over-unders at 54.5. They're playing at Kansas State. What time are they playing at Kansas State?
Well,
Yep, 12 o'clock kickoff. I'm going to Oklahoma State.
I did too.
that's what I picked. I'm not saying mine are done, so I'm going to let y'all talk.
Yeah.
Go through it.
Yeah.
All right, then we got BYU and Baylor.
I'm going.
Baylor's 2.5, over under 45.5. 12 o'clock kickoff at Baylor.
I'm probably gonna go Baylor here.
Yeah.
That's me.
I got BYU.
Ooh.
Oh, this one's tough. Louisville at Notre Dame.
Oh my God, they're a 67% pick favorite. They're only a
Notre Dame's 4-0.
What's the line? 40.
God, over under 48.5.
They don't expect much defense here.
I'm going Louisville.
I think Notre Dame's gonna win at home.
That's why I picked Notre Dame as they're at home.
Yeah. Arkansas and Texas A&M.
This one was hard for me.
Yeah.
Texas A&M.
3:30.
I don't want to see a video, bro. I just want to see the. Oh, there it is. Texas A&M was only a 4-point favorite. Why is it?
Oh, hold on. At AT&T Stadium, this game is not at Texas A&M. It's at Jerry's World, right?
What?
That's what AT&T Stadium is.
Where do you see that at?
Are you sure?
It's in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah, it's Texas A&M.
Is it?
It's in Texas.
Yeah, but so is Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Oh, do they?
Sometimes they'll
play.
I think so.
I think you're right. Now that you say that.
AT&T Stadium. I'm pretty sure it's Cowboys Stadium.
Where do you see that at?
It's definitely not, because their field's called Kyle Field, so it's not. Definitely not.
I think they call that Jerry's World, right? Because
I think so.
yeah, AT&T Stadium is it's a Cowboys Stadium.
Oh, there it is.
So it's not really a home game.
It's not really home.
Right.
Even it's in Texas.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why are you having a? Why are you doing this?
I think they start doing this every year.
Yeah, because it's
It's like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Arkansas was good, And Texas A&M came in and started getting all Arkansas's recruits because everybody from Texas that wanted to play in the SEC was going to Arkansas. Man,
That makes that a little more difficult.
Binky Bonky, Daddy had a donkey, donkey died, Daddy cried, Inky Binky Bonky. Going to Texas A&M.
You know, I think that never mind.
What?
I don't think that actually works.
What do you mean?
What?
Like, I think, like, whichever one you start on, like, however many.
No, not how I do it. I literally go like this, and whenever I stop talking, wherever, yeah.
I was about to say,
Because then you get to time it out.
You just time it out. It's the same.
No, I don't
start
do
on
that.
this one and time it out right, and then we end on this one. If I time it out, you know what I mean? Okay, all right. That makes more sense. Who'd you go with?
A&M.
I got Arkansas.
I got A&M.
That one may come back to bite me.
All right, we got Liberty and App State. I'm literally just going to go with the,
I just went with the majority. I'm not even going.
yeah, that's what I did on that one.
Yeah, I got Liberty.
Which App State apparently is not great this year either.
Fresno State and UNLV. I don't have to look at anything.
Yeah.
I'm going with that.
I'm going with majority on that one.
Yeah, UNLV.
That's what I did.
Oklahoma and Auburn. I'm going Oklahoma.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
North Carolina and Duke.
Ooh.
Do I do this here?
Duke's a 3-point favorite at home.
Duke's going to get their first loss.
I could see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Picking North Carolina.
I went Duke.
I went Duke.
Then we got Georgia and Bama. We're not saying what we're picking, and I'm not even picking that game right now because I don't know. I'll pick that probably Saturday morning.
I'm probably going to pick it at about 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
Then we got Washington State and Boise State. I'm not gonna lie, this one's kind of tricky because Boise State is not a chump, and Washington State is better than I thought.
Yeah, Boise State's booked to win that game by 7 too.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
it's 64.5 is the over/under.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot. At 10 p.m. Holy, I better watch that on the ride home.
Jesus.
I just got to make sure I keep my car on the road. I'm going to go Boise just because I like the blue field.
I'm going Boise too.
Why? That's exactly what I said.
Did you like the blue field?
Yes. I said, babe, we got to watch this game because they got a cool field, man. Their field is dope.
And then they wear blue jerseys. Like,
Oh, dude.
It's terrible for TV, actually.
I'm about to say, it's so hard to see them jokers.
Yeah. Like, I've watched their game on TV before. It's kind of hard on the eyes, but it's got to be kind of cool in person.
It's got to be hard to see them too, though.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, it had to have been a strategic, like, because they had the blue field like when nobody was doing turf. Like, they've had the blue field for a long time.
I think that was just them trying to be different. I don't know, like, what you get out of it strategically.
You can't see your cornerbacks as well on defense.
No, because you're all on eye level. I don't think that's an issue. It may be. I could be wrong, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I could be wrong about that, like, obviously, but
you know what I'm saying? Because you got the background. I don't know what the background is.
yeah, true. Yeah, I didn't think about that. You're not looking down on it like we are.
Yeah.
TV.
Got you. I mean, it'll still be hard on offense, too.
Yeah, then you can't see the receivers. You can't see the DBs and you can't see the receivers.
That's true.
People wearing orange gloves.
Yeah.
Just be waving it.
Flash, yeah. Got a flash of light coming by.
All right, anyways, we got to get on this Georgia game quick because it is, we're already into this thing a little bit.
Yeah, we're right now. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. We have done some as a what is it? Podcast or YouTube channel or group or just flat friends. Yeah. Like, we have done
Yeah. We've done film studies.
We have done film studies.
3 of them. Two together, one all individually.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've done a what was it? Georgia's offense on the Kentucky game. We've all watched that one. We have watched both sides of the ball of Alabama at this point, and those two we watched together.
We watched the Bama offense right before we started the podcast.
Yeah, we did. Which I will say, based on film, I do like our defense against their offense.
Which I have thought that from the get-go. I wasn't really too worried about, as long as Georgia stays disciplined and does their job, which they normally do, the defense should be fine.
Yeah, you got to trust the DBs.
You trust the DBs, and you got to trust your inside linebackers to do their job.
Which I will say, majority of the time, Georgia's defense plays
very disciplined,
ball,
and fast
and disciplined ball. Like you can't really be upset with them. I think the biggest thing with the Kentucky game with us and our defense was that game. I had seen more missed tackles than I have seen Georgia make in 3 years.
Yeah, and I mean,
it was blowing my mind.
If we seen it,
oh, for sure, for sure.
We saw it in game. Like that was right.
One of the linebackers. It was actually Jalen Walker. He plays linebacker and edge.
Yeah,
he was talking about our tackling was terrible.
Terrible is an understatement.
Yeah, brother.
Like, that was the worst tackling
when you're talking to the media, I mean,
yeah. Oh, I would love to hear what he actually said to the team. Like, if he said that to the media, what he said to the team,
yeah,
because that was 100% the biggest issue we had was tackle. We knocked their rushing yards in half just by not even if we make the first tackle. We just make the second tackle. We're hitting them in the backfield 75% of plays.
Yeah.
So
just weren't wrapping up.
Yeah. So our defense against their offense, our Georgia defense against Alabama's offense, I like it. I'm not gonna lie. Are they gonna score? Absolutely.
For sure.
I do not expect to come.
They're very explosive.
Yeah. I don't expect for us to shut them out, especially at home.
Yeah,
it's not happening.
Not even close.
They are.
They're gonna score 20 plus on us for sure.
Yes.
Like probably they're going to be all over 30. Yeah, they're going to be at that 28 to 32 range for sure.
I did see a stat. Actually, the people we were watching about the film study, they did their thing from last night. One of the guys said that in this matchup, out of, I think it was like, I can't remember how many times it was, but the team who got to 31st is 22-0.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that stat.
22-0. The first team to 50. Or 30. It's a race to 30. They're 22-0 at 30.
I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, good Lord, like, I feel like nowadays with the defense that we have, if we put 30 up, we should win any ball game that we play.
The only thing that worries me about that is Bama can literally go out there and score in a matter of 30 seconds real time.
That's a fact, because ask, what was it, UCF? No, USF? USF, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, they just scored quick and
13-14 with 6 minutes left, and then lost like 45-13.
Yeah,
so, like, they can score quick. They are very explosive.
But they're very dependent on that. They don't do very good at sustaining drives.
Correct. That is very true. And they've got some weak links.
Yeah. Every team does.
Yeah.
For sure.
Now, what worries me is our offensive line.
Yes.
Yeah, we are a little banged up, too.
Yeah, our defensive line's banged up. But our offensive line...
We're missing our key player on our offensive line.
Yeah, we are, but
other than that, everybody else were starters at the beginning of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he got rotated in a lot, Mike Morris. He gets rotated in often.
So
and that's weird to say for an offensive line. You don't usually rotate an offensive lineman.
Yeah. But I will say too, like somebody made a good point, as like we were scrambling against Kentucky as far as offensive line goes, because you throw a guy in there that hasn't, he's rotated in, but he's not getting a ton of snaps, right? So the communication's not going to be as great between him and the guys beside him. So that's also.
I'm not gonna lie, he's not even what I'm concerned about.
No, it's our left tackle.
Yeah, he was on film. He looked very.
Well, I was talking to Dad earlier. I don't know if it was that Kentucky was confusing him with their coverages, or if he was just confused on what he's supposed to do in particular coverages. Because if Kentucky was confusing him, that's hard to fix.
Yes.
But if he's just confused on what he's supposed to do with certain defenses, that's easy to fix.
Right.
Hey, brother, instead of doing this, you're supposed to do this.
Yeah.
But if he's getting confused by their disguises and all that stuff, that's a lot harder to fix.
Yes.
Yeah, because, I mean.
That just means the defense is doing their job.
Right. And, I mean, at that point, there's really nothing you can do about that.
Just
You
get
have to figure it out.
Yeah, gratefully you figure something out. Touch somebody and touch them.
And we do need our tight end and our receivers to block better too.
Yes.
Oh my heavens.
We had.
Because they missed a lot of blocks.
And also, something else we did against Kentucky that I don't know what they seen throughout preparation or what, but the guy that we were watching pointed it out, and I thought it was kind of insane. Them jokers were pointing out, like, where the ball was going, what we were about to do. Like, we got to do a little bit better about disguising something.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of that too could be the 4th and 5th year seniors we're talking about. They also had one of our linebackers that started last year.
That's true.
So took reps against our offense on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's true.
On their defense, which I normally feel like, I guess on defense, I can see how that's more of a benefit having a player versus the coach. Whereas like Brock Vandegrift being the quarterback, I believe isn't more of an advantage, if that makes sense. I believe the coach has more of an advantage because you're talking about one particular player.
Yeah.
So it's easier to coach defense of, hey, this is what this guy's tendency is, and to shut that one player down.
Yeah.
Versus when you have one guy that knows the entire offense and what everybody's tendencies are.
Yeah. Like, hey, if they did this, more than likely they're about to all.
Yeah. Because then you just know what to play versus whereas you're talking about just a player, you only know his tendencies.
Yeah.
On what he may do in this situation, that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, offense and defense is totally different.
Yeah. So, honestly, I think for Georgia to win a game, the only thing I could think of is we got to figure out an offensive line, which we've had 2 weeks to prepare. I feel fairly confident that that's gotten figured out. Hopefully the pressure doesn't, mess it up. We got to keep Milroe contained, and we got to start early. We cannot get down by like 10 early in the game.
Nah.
Getting down 10 early in the game in Bama is going to be
a
steep battle.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough climb at that point.
Yeah.
Also, another cool stat that I heard, when Kirby has more than 1 week to prepare, he's lost like 2 games at Georgia.
Yeah, the only thing about that is we have a bye before Florida literally every year. So
they're also at that point they're going off of playoff
every game.
Yeah, well, I heard the bye stat when he comes off of a bye.
Yeah.
He's 9-1. And then whenever he has more than 1 week to prepare, he's like 12-2.
Yeah, and one of those is
Texas beat us.
Is to Texas.
Yep.
Yeah, but the bye thing isn't as impressive.
Yeah, because
you're talking about
you're talking about Florida every
Florida.
year.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's a pretty good stat. I would be willing to bet that Bama has a very similar stat there.
I would think so.
I don't know because they play LSU.
Yeah.
LSU.
Yeah, but I'm talking if you go off of the 2 weeks to prepare thing, Bama's probably got probably not to that extent, but it's got to be a similar stat.
Yeah, it's going to be very good nonetheless.
Yeah. You're also talking.
We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. I think it's going to be a great game, honestly. Like, it's going to be fun.
Which is not good for my heart.
No,
No,
not at all. It's going to be fun to watch. Let me hold on. It's going to be fun. It's going to be stressful. And I'm going to want to cry at some point, I promise you. Yeah. But hopefully when I leave wherever I'm watching that game, which is going to be at Seth's, when I leave Seth's, I'm not ready to drive my truck into a tree. I'm ready to just go home and go to sleep because I can say, whew, I'm glad that's over.
I'll be honest.
If Georgia wins, it's going to take me forever to go to sleep.
Win or loss, it's going to take me forever. But a win, I'm going to be up late.
Loss, see, the thing is with a loss is I have an hour and 20-minute ride home.
To just bake on it, dude.
So mentally, by the time I get home after all that.
Not to call him.
No, my kids are definitely going to be in the car, so we'll be, yeah. I'm just going to need them to notice. I'm going to need them to go to sleep because if we lose, I can't have them hoot and holler in the back.
Yeah. Shut up. Don't let me pull this car over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I think if Georgia does those three things, I think we win pretty comfortably.
I think so too. I guess all time will tell at this point. All the big wig football analysts are starting to come out with their predictions. I think most of them come out with them tonight.
Yeah, I'm about to go check on all those after we get done here.
But yeah, it'll be here before we know it.
I'm ready. Honestly, I'm just nervous, excited. I love big games like this, man.
I do too.
Yeah, I do too.
I told y'all, I think I told y'all last night. This is probably the lowest stakes Georgia-Alabama game there has been in 4 years.
So yes. Another thing I heard too is since 2012 we have played 9 times, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Counting 2012 time. Whoever has won that game since 2012, the 9 times we have played, has gone and won the national championship or played in the national championship except for one time.
Which was last year, yeah.
And that was last year. I did not realize that.
That's wild.
I vividly remember the 2012 game.
Yeah, I do too.
That was because everybody knew the national championship was that game because whoever won was going to play Notre Dame, who really didn't deserve to be there.
Yeah.
That was when Manti Te'o. Yeah, that's when Manti Te'o had his fake girlfriend, and he was, this big bad guy, and I swear he just saw Alabama's running backs and tucked tail.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't realize that until I heard that today. I was like, that's pretty impressive. 9 times whoever won that game either won or played in the national championship.
Whoever lost that game.
No, whoever won the game.
I thought it was whoever won the game.
I thought it was whoever lost the game.
Whoever won the game went on to either play in or win the national championship.
I thought it was lost.
Yeah, I think 2012 Georgia lost.
Yeah.
And Bama went and won the national championship.
That's true. That's crazy though.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that it means nothing if we lose, because obviously
it puts a little bit more heat on Georgia.
It does, for sure.
For the simple fact of that's a game that I was a little bit more confident in winning coming into the season, as I'm not anymore. And now you add another good team to it that Georgia's got to play is in Tennessee.
Yeah,
they're a whole lot better than I thought they were going to be. We have 4 big games and 3 of them are on the road.
So I also think, had we not played like we did against Kentucky, our attitudes are completely different with this game.
I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
Have we come out there and just steamrolled?
Yeah, if we beat them 30 to 35 to
if we handle them
12,
with any type of comfortability, I think we're sitting here like we're chilling. We're fine. Our offense is good. We're fine.
I don't know about chilling. I'm confident in my pick at that point, whereas now it is a toss-up in my head. For sure.
Yeah. well, we will see once this podcast is out, come 48 hours.
Yep. I'm ready.
Yeah. Well, let's get out of here because it's late. I'm tired. And we've been gone for an hour and 20 minutes. Just about.
Pretty close. All right. Well, before we get out of here, Seth, you want to plug social media one more time?
Yep. We have a Facebook, a TikTok, Instagram, and a YouTube channel. Y'all go like, follow, subscribe. Everything is at The Southern Roots.
Absolutely, guys. Well, if you've enjoyed this podcast, please make sure you leave a like. This has been the Southern Roots Podcast. I'm Andy.
I'm Seth.
And I'm Shane. Remember, always keep those Southern roots.